All right. Hello, class. We are going to be starting this week in Adobe Illustrator. Um, so, lots of fun happening here. Um, and so, as you can see, I have upgraded to the Creative Cloud 2020 version. So, hopefully, this will help fill the gap. Um, for some of you who wanted a reference that's pretty much similar to what you're working in. Um, so Illustrator, just to start us off, it's like our third program. So once we get a handle on Illustrator, we'll be able to use all of the programs combined in our projects moving forward, which is super exciting. Um, a lot of what Illustrator is used for: logos, digital illustrations, manipulating type, text, creating architectural drawings, 3D modeling, and the type of images you produce here, it is vector based, which is based on mathematical points, not pixels. So the cool thing is, if you create something in Illustrator, it's resolution free, and the file size is very large, very small. Sorry, very small. Um, so very exciting, very powerful programs. So I'm going to show you guys some of the basic tools um, in Illustrator. Um, and so you can kind of use it for this upcoming assignment to add little graphics to your poster. Okay, so here's our opening page for Illustrator. You're going to go and you're going to start as we always are. You're going to create a brand new file. This should look very similar to Photoshop and InDesign. Um, and we're going to hit print. Um, our layout artboard is going to be, we'll do a letter size because you'll see how the document file size is actually larger than this page, but I just want you to see that. So we'll keep it at letter. Make sure your measurements are in inches, not points. Changes many things. Um, to start off, like, let's have just one artboard. It's less confusing that way. And you're going to hit create. All right, so here is our working space. Very similar to InDesign and Photoshop. We have our artboard. We've got our tools. All of this, the different panels that are open. The same controls. If you zoom out all the way, you can see that that white area here is the size of our artboard that we set, which was a letter size sheet. This big gray area is basically everything that's in our file. Okay, so even though this letter size white space is small, everything that's in our file is in this bigger gray square. The lighter gray area, that's the end of our file. So as you can see, and you will see because I will use it this way, we have a lot of real estate that we can cover. So many times people use just one Illustrator file and have a variety of different objects in different places on their file. It's completely normal. Okay. Um, so one of the first things, we're going to kind of zoom back in, kind of look at some preferences too, but we're talking about our saving of files. So we're going to go to File, go to Save. I'm going to save this on my computer. I'm going to save this on my desktop for now. By default, the file extension is AI for Adobe Illustrator. But for our use, I want you to get into the practice of saving your files in the format of EPS. This EPS, the encapsulated PostScript file, it allows you to save everything that you place in that file all together. So if you're tracing something or drawing something, anything you import, if you're bringing a photo in for reference, it will actually save that. Versus if you didn't have it as an EPS and it was just an AI file, if you worked on one computer and you left your file on that computer and you came somewhere else to work, it will not remember what that file was. It won't save it in your document. So the EPS is kind of a good catch-all for working. Okay, so make sure you know where you're saving it to. I'm going to save it to my desktop. Most of you seem to be working in the 2020 version. If you are working in an earlier version, you can save down to that version. Saving down is really the only way you're going to be able to open this 2020 file in your older version of Illustrator. Okay. All of these defaults are good. We're going to click OK. All right, so that's how we're saving our file as an EPS. I'm zooming in, Command plus. I'm using my spacebar key to drag my page around. So a lot of like similar functions, similar tools. Command Z undo still works here. And so we'll move forward from here, but make sure you know where you save your file, and we'll get started with making some shapes. All right, thank you.